Okay, so let's properly clean your Dyson DC59 vacuum head. For the video, we'll be using the motor head component, but this will work with any Dyson DC59 head. So just taking a quick look at it, we can get a lay of the land and kind of understand the parts. Right there, that's the end cap. It's kind of a pain to get off because it's too big for most screwdrivers and too big for most coins. I found this weird gold novelty coin. It actually works perfectly. So good luck finding something like that. So the first step will be to remove the beater bar and take off any big hair or like clumps or fluff or anything that's gotten wrapped in there. This is pretty obvious, and when people think they're cleaning their vacuum head, this is really all people do. And that's the problem, because over time the beater bar will just stop and the vacuum won't work and you won't know why that is. And that's because what people aren't doing is the next step, which ends up being a lot more important, which will totally clog your vacuum. So just ignore the other part in the top right, the gray thing, and get some sort of wire, or in this case we're using a metal coat hanger. And what you're going to do is kind of shove it into the back of the motor head. Try to be careful so you don't scratch it up too much, and put a little L bend on it like I'm doing right now. And you'll see that in the back there is sort of a plastic shelf. And I'm not quite sure why that's there, but it collects a crazy amount of dust. And that dust gets more and more compacted as you run the vacuum. And after about a year, if you don't clean that shelf out, your vacuum will probably stop working, and you'll have no idea why, which your brush bar is something you can clean and it might look spotless, but the vacuum will not work. That amount of dust there is from less than a month of cleaning, and I'm not a particularly filthy individual, so it just collects a lot of dirt back there. So get your brush or your coat hanger or your wire or whatever, and just really give it a good cleaning. And it doesn't have to be spotless. It's going to be dirty the first time you vacuum, but what you really have to do is get those clumps out of there, which they will clog the vacuum and break it over time. Well, not break it, it's repairable, but it'll stop working and you'll have no idea why. Last step is kind of wriggle it around in the mouth there. You might be surprised what you find in there. Sometimes some hair gets stuck, or a Lego or something like that. But at this point, this thing should be pretty clean. So put the brush bar back on. This takes a little bit of finesse. I hadn't done it in a while and had some trouble here. But if you move it around a little bit and twist it, eventually you'll find the right spot. It won't fit in improperly. If this thing goes in, like right there, then it's fine. And you can hand tighten it, like I tried to do there, and then get your coin or screwdriver or whatever and give it a little twist, and that'll finish it up.